Cool.
Welcome to Demonology, but today, not really an actual play podcast. We are on our mid-season break after the shocking revelation last episode about who may have killed the family of Margot Delahaye.
Totally killed the family of Margot Delahaye.
Yeah, they probably did. But that aside, we have a workshop to show to you. Our Witcher's Workshop, where we tinker with the combat of the game. It is a game that is still a little in flux, and we're testing out monster reactions today. We want to make the combat a little more vicious. And we have with us a guest. Say hello.
I'm Antonia, my pronouns are she, her. I am a massive bitch. And I am playing Ponzi Scheme, who is a 9-year-old street urchin. He's particularly good at scamming, stealing, and befriending rats.
I don't know if we've mentioned Ponzi Scheme in the actual play yet, but she will imminently become Accrington's squire. Cool. So we're going to run through a few different fights. We're going to break it into two like we usually do. And so this will be over the next 2 weeks. Siobhan, I think you're doing the first fight, isn't that right?
I am. Our first confrontation today is Geiranger Fjord. Now, to explain the club rules that we will have today, we will have two different kinds of reaction style. We will have one by challenge and one by strength. Now, the by challenge reaction is that in all confrontations, successes are challenges. A success of 1 die will succeed, but will allow an opponent to retaliate with half of their attack. And Geiranger Fjord is a challenge confrontation. The year is 1617. Ponzi, you're 9 in 1606, so you're... 21 in 1617?
Oh my god. John Gresham's dead! My character's dead!
How am I Ponzi at 21 years old? Oh gosh, I'm surprised she's lived that long.
I mean, Antonia is a woman in her mid-20s, but also is the same size as a man. So, like, I don't think it's a stretch to the imagination for us,
size
her
as
friends.
a 9-year-old with a Pixar mum butt.
I really like the idea that Ponzi looks exactly like Antonia at age 9, but then's really tall at age 21.
It is summer, the Inquisition's 11th birthday out of Cork Abbey. The Order's station in Copenhagen received word from the Bishop of Bjørgvin about strange goings-on in the area around the village of Geiranger. The village stands at the head of the Geiranger Fjord, and an unseasonal cold snap threatens the harvest. While usually not a matter for the Inquisition, recently a handful of women were taken from here after accusations of witchcraft flew. In the course of your investigations, the party has come to learn that an ice giant has been picking up whole houses from the mountainside farms with the families inside. You have laid a trap for the giant, and the time to spring it has come. Now, in terms of your giant trap,
I've got good news. So I'm not playing Accrington Stanley this week. We also didn't do our own introductions.
This is true.
Okay,
I think we were all
It's
assuming
just
that our
me.
voices
It's just
had
me,
pretty
nobody else.
stuck in people's
Wait, hold on.
heads.
Before we do that, we'll do intros, decide what characters to play. Can everyone say what class there are so I can decide whether to do magic or not?
Yeah, sure.
And also, can we also run through what a trap means mechanically in the game for Antonia's sake, in case she hasn't seen one, please? And also what stuff we have for the sake of the trap. Okay, so intros?
Antonia has seen a trap. She's played a whole adventure of the game.
It was a while ago.
Yeah,
It was a long time ago now. Ponzi was 9 then, you know, and
Yeah,
lots happened.
It's literally been 12 years for her. I'm Alex, pronouns he, they, gonna be playing this time John Gresham, who is a thaumaturge. I think in like 1607 he was like 70, so I don't know if this might be interesting for him. He's been doing calisthenics, he's keeping fit.
Keeping old man tight. Anime old man tight.
He is that. That's what he is. With his mace, his gisarm, and his mercenary crossbow.
He's Jojo from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
I still don't know what character I want to play as. I got 3 up in front. Can I play as Rumper? I kind of want to
Yeah,
play
you
as
can.
Rumper.
What level is Rumpert?
Yeah. 7?
That is too high.
That's too
Oh,
low.
fuck you,
That's too
and the horse you rode in it. Right, in which case, hi, I'm Fionn, as my pronouns are still he, him, and I'll be playing as Adriel Israfil, the bright balm, a Presidium knight. And possibly a literal angel.
Hello, my name is Felix. I use they, them pronouns, and I think for the purpose of these first 2 exercises, I'll be playing as Countess Valentina Lisica, who is a crusading noble. Famously rich, famously cunty, aggressive to her servants, and all who do not befall to her whim.
So a trap or a plan works out in 3 phases. So there is a lure, the way that we lure the opponent in to get jumped. What sort of action we do in jumping them. So like, you know, if we throw a net over them, and then like how we deal a big opening gambit of damage. And then each of those are run by one person, and then other people can support those roles. So we'll still be looking to do as much as we can, and also good news as John Gresham just got Fires of St. Agnes. So
That is good news.
we're gonna
What is
good
Ponzi
news.
again? Sorry? As the class, the profession?
a rogue.
A charlatan, isn't she?
Oh, Antonia. Antonia.
Antonia?
Hello, Ponzi Scheme.
Yeah.
Ponzi Scheme is a rogue and a spy.
Oh, I see.
A classic.
Valentina also comes equipped with Vodka and Gorilka, who are her knights, and I think they come as a unit. They have the strength 3, attack 3, defense 2, cowardice 6, but I think that cowardice goes up with courage or
Which I
command.
also have.
Could you
Courage and
write
command.
those stats of your
Yeah, I can
ladies
type them down for you.
into the workshop channel? Because I will forget.
Who else has courage or command, please?
Me. I've got courage.
I've got command, but I've only got 1 point in sway, so I'm not very good at it.
Does it go with the points in sway then,
Yes.
Siobhan? So I've got 3,
I've got 2 virtue and courage, so that's 3 for me as well.
and 1 for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I've put those in.
Marvellous.
Thank you, everyone. Cowardice means like how many times they can get hit or they can see something scary before they run away.
Oh, today, everyone, please use the Witcher's Workshop channel. Otherwise, I will get entirely lost for the rolls.
Cool. So
I would do that with great pleasure, but I don't see. Oh, never mind. I do. Never mind.
what would we so do we have any sort of like surroundings for this trap? Any sort of like anything you can tell us about what that might be, Siobhan?
Yes, let me show you the kind of... Yes, good. Good. You are on fjord farms. They are farms that are on the side of fjords. Your surroundings, Skagafla. Yeah. I'm going to be pronouncing these words with all the skill of a man who does not speak Norwegian.
I thought we were in Denmark.
No, he said Norway.
Oh, he did? I totally heard Copenhagen and
your geography sucks ass.
There you go.
Ooh,
Nice.
Aw.
Sherds. How could
Pretty.
you feel bad whilst looking at that?
it's
If
summer,
there was an
right? So
ice
it actually
giant-
does look like this.
I feel like if there was an ice giant, I don't think he. I think it's unrealistic that we should have to fight something here.
I also want to, when you said that,
Siobhan, your scenario has failed. We simply
think-
take a holiday.
we can't
They
because
don't
it's like
speak
worst version of the Wizard of Oz, where the actual house gets picked up and thrown away.
And this is a nice aerial view of said fjord farm. So this is the kind of area that you'd have to fight in. You see it?
Evidently
Yes.
without the houses, because they've been.
Oh
picked
no,
up
these
and thrown
houses haven't
away.
been picked up. The trap that you've laid here are some houses that are still there.
Oh right, with people
So-
in them.
I like that we really clearly our characters have studied the behavior, and this fucking giant hates houses, hates settled living, and will do all they can, to fuck up a dwelling.
Ice
He's a
giants.
maximalist.
Rid the world of settled living.
He's a maximalist. He hates Scandinavian interior design.
Ice giants
Quite
picking
right,
up
Tim.
houses is a reference to a single level from Age of Mythology, a video game which I played as a kid.
It's a great game.
Yeah,
No
you can still
shame.
play it. You can get converters for it.
I'm very. Oh yeah, because they also updated it. It doesn't matter.
They can sponsor us if you're listening. You can send us money. But no ice giants, please.
All right. In terms of facts that you have, ice giants are lured by nothing. They are vulnerable to fire, and they are banished by water from the well Mimisbrunner, in which they were born. But you don't have water from the well Mimisbrunner.
I was really hoping you'd say, but conveniently, one of you lives next door to a
Metaphorical.
guy whose cousin lives in the well.
There's a
of
whole
Middlesbrough.
keg of that special water.
Metaphorical giant placenta to send them back.
Yes.
It's very Freudian.
Yeah, it's like scaring them a picture of their mother's own womb. And they're immune to the cold. So in terms of a lure, I think the lure that you have is that you have found a house that they want to take.
Okay. Does anybody
How big
want
is
to?
a giant? How tall
5
is
foot?
the giant?
6 foot?
Oh,
I don't know distances.
no.
That's just Valentina.
The giant
Two
is...
two
The
Antonias
The giant
stacked on top of
is
each other.
18 feet tall.
10 feet! Wow.
18 feet. Okay, so
18
that's
feet?
Yes.
3 times the Valentina, so we can see him come up, right?
Oh yeah, you'll know when he's on the way.
That's more than 3 me's stacked on top of each other.
That's roughly Wilcox stacked on top of me with Antonia on top.
Siobhan, if you have
That's
pistols
actually
as your
very
weapons, is it arguable that you also have gunpowder?
Only enough for your pistols, for your bullets.
Luckily, I've got a great big gun.
Okay.
So I'm thinking like I should probably deliver the payload by using my miracle of the 5% Agnes.
I think that's a very strong idea.
So I can do 1d6 virtue damage and 1 damage for each round they remain within the wake of the fire. It's a great pyro flame.
I feel like I could be the lure because if I am on horseback, I've got 3 in fitness and transport.
So just sort of like an
chase.
Elden Ring enemy, just sort of like hit him with an arrow and then run away on your horse.
All right, Valentina, you will be the horseback lure. Are you trying to draw them into a particular spot?
I think if I set these buildings on fire and surrounded with the fiery buildings, that would be pretty good.
Not for the
Yes.
people that need the houses.
Okay, I'm not playing Accrington, so John Grisham doesn't suggest that.
Wait, You said that these are farmhouses. Do they have hay? Does hay grow in Norway? I don't know that.
Well, hay is just dried grass, is it not?
Surely
You
they
know,
have, like,
Those
hay
pictures
grows.
had
on
quite
fire.
a lot of grass in them, so
They
I
got
think
hay.
it's safe to say there could be hay.
Okay, wait,
Oh,
listen.
they got hay.
They got so much hay.
If they don't have hay, they have firewood, right? Surely, because they need to...
Yeah, they have hay
Okay,
or
so
firewood. Which
Can that
Gets
be
cold
our
up there.
our trap? If I'm the lure to take him to where we piled up like loads of logs, if you will.
like rolling trap. Like we roll loads of logs down the hill and like set fire to them. At the opportunity.
And then it skates over them like it's in Scooby Doo.
Oh yeah, you could go and then falls into the fjord.
Yep. And that is conveniently the water of the Vimmersblue.
Whoa, who knew?
Well,
Who
I
knew?
was going to say, you want to be careful that it doesn't go all up, fall back into the lake, and then that puts out all the fire, and it's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That would be a shame if that happened.
I
That is
Ideally,
wonderful.
would
We'd
like
look
to-
very
because they
silly
would
if
just
that
be
happened.
mad.
Yeah.
My geography is bad, but isn't a fjord with an opening to the sea not a lake? So it would even
Presumably
it
at
could
some
leave
point.
it could leave entirely. It wouldn't just be trapped in a lake and come out the other side. It could just swim away.
It can also just climb back up the side of the fjord.
Alright. Okay. Right. Is Ponzi any good with like mechanics or anything?
I have
What
a feeling
talents
Ponzi
does-
may not be massively useful in this.
What talent does Ponzi have?
Okay, let's have a little looky. It's been a long time since I've looked at this sheet, so okay, dexterity. Tell me if these are not the talents. I'm saying the wrong things.
Those are skills. Your
Scavenging.
talents are listed
The-
as talents
The
further down.
skills are good to know as well.
Oh, well, I'll do that first then. Skills, dexterity, scavenging, performance, animal handling, perception, and skullduggery.
Not
Okay.
necessarily the most useful for fighting a giant. But go on.
Absolutely not.
We could maybe argue the
weapons.
skullduggery for the roly trap.
That would be,
potentially.
yeah.
What if it's
We're gonna have to, otherwise Ponzi's dead.
What if it's a pit? A pit isn't. We can't dig a pit deep enough, can we?
No, it is 18 feet tall.
18-foot pit.
Okay. Never mind.
There are lots of things that you could do that would, again, just make it very angry.
What are the talents? So they're further down. They're on like page 2, backgrounds of professional talents.
Oh, hello. Yes, they're here. Oh, wait.
See
Do
if
I have any? Oh, blackmail. Really useful. So, if we do have any dirt on this giant, is this giant having an affair? Is this giant like, what's going on in this giant's life that I can blackmail it for?
You should have more stuff.
Maybe I do. Blackmail.
It should be under core features. It should say background and professional talents. It should be loads of stuff
Well, there's core features, but they're not.
under that.
Yeah. So far, I only seem to have blackmail written there.
I mean, like, you sent me your character sheet, and I immediately... Oh, you haven't given me access, Antonia. I'm going to request access to your character sheet. Request is sent. Please approve my request in due time.
But in theory, so we've set up this trap where someone needs to like cut off the string, the rope that's holding the logs. Is like the thing that I have to do, roll for transport, so that I like jump over it before it starts falling down.
If you're doing the lure, yes.
Okay,
Yes, otherwise you will also tumble with the giant.
that's so sexy.
I don't mean to butt in, but I can wrestle the giant.
You could be my
I don't
backup.
need to.
Of course you can.
I will back you up.
Because Ponzi could cut the rope and still be hidden, right? If
Yes, if you do it right.
Do ice giants need to breathe?
Need to breathe.
Yes.
Are you going to try and strangle it?
I got a whip.
I mean, you can try and whip it, and because we're trying reactions, we'll see what it does to that.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah, damn. Alright, that sounds... Is that, like, first round of combat? Or do you want to wrestle the flaming giant?
Maybe if it loses if the fire doesn't work out, I'll wrestle him to keep him in place. Otherwise, I'll shoot him in the face.
All right.
May I just so you know, I'm sure this is incredibly useful to all of you. I do have a stink bomb.
That may actually be helpful if you deploy it
Oh,
correctly.
I was joking. Do giants hate smells? Is that a thing?
Do you also have like a slingshot? Are you playing Bart Simpson?
Yeah, I have throwing knives, knuckle knives, and a stink bomb.
What's in the stink bomb? Because if it's flammable.
There's nothing there. It just says stink bomb.
Yeah.
There's no stat.
Well, I shall make a medium decision. If it's a stink bomb, it probably contains sulfur, so it probably is flammable.
There we go. You throw this stink bomb, it catch more on fire.
Yeah, cool.
So your plan sounds like this. Valentina is the lure who will lure the giant into the log zone. Ponzi will cut the rope of the log trap, which will send logs going at the giant. The payload is, as far as Agnes, from John Grisham on those logs to keep the giant going. Unusually, what's actually going to happen is Valentina and Ponzi will make the test at the same time, because Valentina has to avoid the logs and Ponzi has to cut the log rope.
Okay.
What do you want me to roll for my miracle getting it on time? I've got insight and Thurgy is exactly the same roll, so I thought that it would be something between those two.
I would like your insight to know
Judge the distance.
Judge the distance so that you don't misfire your spell. I'm going to need a transport test from Valentina when the time comes, and a skullduggery from Ponzi. Adriel, if things go wrong, you can jump in with your brawn and try to throw the ice giant onto the logs.
Yeah, totally.
And then once the confrontation starts, Antonia, we usually have two resources at our disposal. Siobhan can let us know what the distance is between us and the giant, because that determines what stuff we can use. But it's usually in like a radius. It's close, medium, and long range. And we can maneuver between two ranges, and then we can either maneuver again or take an action. The action is you can use a talent or you can attack, or you can skip your action altogether and maneuver either closer or further away in case the giant is chasing you. So it's the radius is important, but also we have an action or a maneuver or two maneuvers, but never two actions unless you have like a special talent that lets you use that twice. Cool. And the descriptors to your weapons is also important, because they'll say stuff like quick or offhand. If you do a normal attack with your main weapon, then if it says offhand, you can roll your weaponry again to try and attack them with your offhand weapon as well. And if it's quick, if you make a successful attack the first time, you can attack again with the same thing.
We've got Ponzi's got bleed on her knuckle knives.
You roll for the bleed as well if it's a successful thing, and it determines how long they're going to bleed for.
Bleed does extra damage over time, and then the quick the quick throw knives mean you can throw maybe 2 if you do well.
Cool.
Right. So, are we going to say that the log trap is the giant will be coming at you, obviously, from the mountains above you, as it is wont to do. So the log trap is probably best placed,
it will probably be in a similar direction, but like further to the side.
Yes.
So if my face is the area, the giant might be coming from here, the log trap is like somewhere to the side. I imagine that John Grisham, it might be like somewhere on a house or like next to a house. Ponzi's next to the logs.
I was thinking sort of like, you see in the picture that we've got, there's sort of like a cliff, on the left-hand side, there's a cliff face, and then there's a hilly bit, and then there's sort of like a little plateau.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we can get the log traps rolling down the cliff, and then like we're positioned in the tree line on the hill, would that
that's
work?
Fine. I think so, because like he wouldn't come down the hill, would he?
No.
He'd come from the other side. Okay, and my job would be to like jump over the logs.
Yes.
Or if not jump over the logs, like make sure that I skip away from them.
Right. So, it is
describe what we see.
A slightly chilly summer evening. The sun is on its way out. The people who live in these houses you've realized that the giant will not come and lift up an empty house. He's very much trying to take people. So they're in there. Their lights are on. They're terrified, of course, because you convinced them to be bait for a giant.
Have we convinced them to at least light a torch so they might throw it at the giant when they're trying to flee?
Oh.
I feel like that would be stuff I would say.
Yes, but they ain't coming out their houses.
You know, through the window.
If that does happen, you'll have to roll your command, Valentina, when the time comes
that's
for them
cool.
to actually do it properly and not freak out and like just throw it at their own house.
I imagine that this giant is probably going to throw a house at us. That'd be quite funny.
And as you're waiting in the tree line, you hear a Jurassic Park-style rumbling.
Super great. Love that.
There is a roar, and you see up on the line of the mountain a great figure appear. It leaps, doesn't even climb, leaps down, roars again,
And his knees.
and declares, "I smell man flesh," and begins to sprint towards the farmhouses.
I
Okay.
have to wonder, like, how wide is the range on the smell of those who claim to smell man flesh? Because it's like, I realise it's the 17th century and humans haven't quite propagated as thoroughly as we have in the 21st, but still, the stench must be everywhere. It's like it's hardly worth commenting on at a certain point.
Well, we're gonna have a dual lure and ambush. Valentina, you're gonna run out on your horse and try to draw it away from them houses.
Yes, Valentina, a vision of marble with blonde hair and her red coat will appear from the forest on her white mare, and insult him something like, "You look like a pig. You are ugly as shit."
He spots you riding, roars yet again,
Come get me, big boy.
declares, which is just bitch, and comes up and just then pegs it after you. Could you, Ponzi,
Yes.
roll your skullduggery for me to cut that there rope?
That is something I can do. If you remind me what I'm rolling, because I've not
So
played this in a long
what's
time.
your intelligence?
2.
And you've got
3
skullduggery.
die.
Yep.
So that's
So you'll be
3
rolling
dice altogether.
3 dice.
So
Cool.
it's,
Is it exclamation mark?
exclamation mark R
Yep.
space 3d6.
3d6, yep. Cool.
2 successes!
Ooh. And at the same time, for me, could you roll your transport, Miss Valentina?
Oh god, look, watch this. Oh, there is one
And
success.
success.
Ooh. So,
So I guess the way that this happens is I run away on my yep, and then as the logs descend, I just give a yeehaw and fly over them.
There are 2 ways to speak to a mount.
Are we
Your yip-yips and your yahas.
are we doing everything animated day of like the freeze frame as the horse is just sort of like
so the giant has its legs taken out from behind it and starts to roll down the hill towards the cliff. Roll for me your insight, John Gresham.
Okie dokie. John, withered old man, stands up, joints snap as he does, and he's gonna cast his new spell. Fires an Agnes. He's gonna get a success.
Excellent. Describe for me how the casting looks, John.
Oh god, it's been so long. Previously given John the circular halo light when he's cast miracles behind his head, but this one is going to be set aflame. As he does 1d6 plus virtue, which I think is probably 2, because he's very broadly spec'd. 8 fucking damage, and it's fire.
Max damage.
It's fire, so you know.
So that's
Success.
8 damage.
The logs
Eat it,
are
you pig fuck.
ablaze. The giant is roaring, cursing every part of all of your families as he rolls towards the cliff.
I like to imagine Adriel's sat next to John and he's just patting him on the back like, that's really good, man. Well done. Sort of like giving him a rub.
John
It's like,
slowly brings out his geese arm with like a big sigh and just sort of like a few more joint snaps.
yeah, you're doing your best.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
And that actually deals 9 damage because the giant is, of course, vulnerable to fire.
Sorry, I'll correct that. There we go.
I think Ponzi's distinctly unbothered by any of the cursing, given that she doesn't have a family, so she's just like, joke's on you! I don't have one!
At least the giant's go, innit?
And so the giant rolls down towards the cliff, vanishes over the cliff edge, roaring. And then there are some moments of silence. You hear a splash. Further silence. You look to the people in the houses, and there's someone poking out.
In this silence, can we also navigate within like long medium range so that we're not actually too far away to do anything? Because that assumed in the silence they wouldn't just stare like dumb goats.
Yes, you may maneuver in this silence.
I'm going to stay in a medium range.
I'll swap my geese arm for my mercenary crossbow and get it to long range.
I will be medium.
As will Valentina, dismounted.
You hear another great splash. And if any of you could speak Norwegian, you would know that
I understand it.
Good.
So.
Then you know that the roar that you hear following this is, I will kill you all.
It's not very inventive, is it? It's like, I'm sure you will, big man.
I relay that to the rest of the group and make a point slowly and empirically that I do not speak the language, I merely understand all mortal tongues.
It's very impressive. Thank you, grandfather.
Thank you.
And following this, you see the giant leap back on to the edge of the cliff, haul itself up, now having been put out for having fallen in the water.
That's unfortunate.
What a great plan we made.
You did a lot of damage.
That's true. Has he got any...
has he got a move, or can I shoot him in the
he's
head?
got a move.
Oh.
He hauls himself up, raises his hands above his head, and you see in each hand it seems to be covered in smoke. And then in the next moment, you see it's not smoke, but in fact steam. And 2 long icicles, like lances, appear in his hands. He flings one towards John Gresham, and he flings another towards Valentina.
Hey now.
Oh.
Hey now.
I was just about to do exactly the same thing.
I need
so
to roll
pleased.
to dodge.
This is
Yes.
what dreams are made of.
Do we roll dexterity?
Dexterity, yes.
Yeah. And I can't remember if there's a
Oh, thank God.
dodge with endurance. Is there, or resistance? There isn't.
It's with dexterity.
Oh,
right.
Antonia, when we are being attacked and we want to avoid taking damage, perhaps, we can
nicely
roll
dodged.
our dexterity, but every time you roll it, you take 1 off. So if you've got 3 in
Something like that.
fitness,
Ponzi
you
does
roll
not,
3 dice.
because I've thrown some talents at Ponzi, and one of them is
thanks.
Wily Fox. And Wily Fox means she can only dodge as many times as her fitness, but she uses her max fitness each time.
Oh.
Okay, thank you.
But we both dodge.
You both dodge.
Siobhan, can I shoot this motherfucker?
Yes, you may now shoot him. He's moved forwards a little, but he's still in everyone's. He's in your long range still, and he's still in the range that people set themselves. But he's just sort of buffing, very, very angry.
Okay, I'm going to roll to shoot him, but I'm going to use precise striking to give this attack the bleed quality. And that's 4d6, but can I use my knowledge of anatomy to fire at a place that I think he might be vulnerable? And bump that up to 5d6.
Yes, but...
Thank you, sir.
The dice that you choose to be your anatomy dice must succeed, or that will not add the extra damage.
That will be the last one.
That'll be the last one.
Very good. And how does bleed work again? So I rolled this. If it works,
And then you roll again for bleed.
You roll
Okay.
your weaponry
Yeah,
for bleed?
your weaponry for bleed.
that's 2 successes.
Ooh.
Oh, and it's a
And the
success
anatomy
on the
one.
one.
It's a success. Good. So then, is it 1d6 that I then roll for?
It depends how much fitness you have.
I have 3 fitness,
You roll 3 dice, right?
and I'm skilled in weaponry.
So then 4 dice. What are you doing?
I don't know. I've never used bleed before. It's like one of the qualities I've never used on it. And that's 2
successes.
successes on that.
So he bleeds for 2 rounds?
2 rounds for 2 damage.
Okay.
How
and
much
that
damage was the
with-
first thing, sorry?
So that was... Okay, let me just stop. Thank you. So it's 3 damage from the military issue carbine, plus I've got a choleric rune inserted, so that's an extra 2 damage on top of that. So that's 5 damage total, plus the bleed damage, and the... and if there's extra anatomy damage, then that added as well. So it's 5 base damage, not
Okay.
counting bleed or the fact that I got it for anatomy.
Does he start bleeding this round, Siobhan?
You just start bleeding this round.
So it's 1 damage
It's
per bleed.
1 damage per round.
1 damage per
How
round.
much?
Per-
How much is it for the anatomy one? That's for you to decide because you're the medium.
That'll be 1 damage to anatomy once. Yeah.
Where
So
did he
7...
hit?
You hit him in the flank below his left pectoral.
Dope. Right, so that's what, 6 damage? 7 damage in one shot.
I've put it in the chat.
7 damage.
Thank you. And Adriel kind of goes, this is well. And then gets down and starts like reloading his gun and sort of backs away a little bit.
Anyone else want to shoot? I've got my crossbow. I'll go. I'll do some shooting. 3 dice for me. I probably can't add military tactics because, I'm just sort of shooting a guy and I don't know if that's a military tactic.
I don't know if it is, no.
It's 1 success.
1 success.
So the challenge rule is now in effect.
It's now in effect. So how much damage do you deal?
Just 2.
At this, he bellows. Frost flies from his mouth.
I live translate.
He's bellowing. He seems very annoyed.
That doesn't sound like language. I think it's just a bellow. A guttural screech, if you will.
Thank you.
And he rears back his right arm and throws another lance-length icicle at John Gresham.
I'd really rather he
got it in.
didn't. 1 dice dodge. It's a failure.
Oh no, John!
Oh no! Creaky old John.
John lurches to dodge, but is struck in the side by the ice spear. It shatters, throws him back, dealing 2 damage and a minor injury.
I've got 2 armor, so that's 0 armor.
Ooh.
And is that how that works?
Yeah.
My armor's
I'm
down
all
to
right.
0.
I'm just very badly winded.
I probably don't have my shield out if I've got my crossbow out.
No, you
Okay.
don't.
I wanna
yeah,
try and do
cool.
something stupid. I think.
Oh, should I resist the minor injury?
You can try.
That's fortitude or endurance.
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 Cool. I've got endurance. Resist the
That's
injury.
Does the resisting minor injury work on the same diminishing returns?
No, it's just like it reduces it by 1 scale.
Mm-hmm.
So it's now it's now.
That wasn't my
no
question,
injury.
but
like
thank
a
you. I
moderate
meant
injury would become
if
minor.
you receive multiple injuries in a fight, do you then decrease the number of dice you use every time you try to resist?
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
Can I?
We're assholes. We're not scumbags.
Okay. I want to ask something. So I have a thing called Beast Killer, which says that at the start of a confrontation, if I'm facing a magical beast, I can make an immediate attack. Does that attack mean that I can also use a talent instead of an attack?
The giant is not a beast.
A prosaic beast?
The giant is neither.
What the fuck is it then?
He's just a big fucking boy.
He's a giant.
That's it?
Prosaic beasts are like wolves and such.
He's very distinctly
real animals.
a different magical race.
That doesn't upsets me greatly, intensely. Okay, then I'll keep that for later. I'll just navigate one. I'll maneuver one step closer, one range closer, and I'll just try and shoot at it. That's all I can do at the moment. Actually, I can add hunting to this, and that's my last dice, right? My last die,
Yes.
sorry. Let's see what happens. That's the only one that
Success on
succeeds.
the last
One
die,
success.
and that's it.
But we are playing challenge rules. So, that does succeed. In terms of dealing how much damage from your pistol?
It's just 2, but wait, I have to roll again because it's I've got an offhand, and I guess I'll get the chance to react twice to my shooting.
Oh god. No,
Yep.
offhand's danger. Oh my god!
Oh,
Oh no, it's another one success!
Let's see what happens.
so pistols, that deals 4 damage overall, doesn't it?
Should it react after the player's turn or after each individual roll, do you think?
Probably player turn. Cause what if you have
Player
someone
turn,
with?
because that was real
What
quick.
if you have someone that's quick and offhand on all
Yeah, fair enough.
all things that
Oh
they
my
use?
God.
That would be 4 reactions.
Or
That's too much.
You just build up the enemy have like you make 3 attacks, all of them are 1 success. You just build up their attack and half to just beast you with afterwards.
Shit, like, okay, so now we've done 22 damage. It's got to be looking a little rough at
Probably,
this point.
I'll let
You'd
you
hope,
in.
wouldn't you?
The ice giant still has 18 strength.
You can
Oh.
suck my hole, you
God.
horse's
Well,
ass.
what does it
Good
do in
God.
reaction? Let me see if I can survive this.
So the ice giant sees that its icicles have not been having the desired effect. So it moves a range forward. So you were in its medium range, weren't you? Then you moved into its close
And now
range.
he's like right in front of me. That's so hot. I love that.
In fact, everyone is now in close range of the giant except for Adriel.
No, that's not true. Adriel was in medium, was in long actually,
As in long.
and so was John Grisham.
Medium.
And if John Grisham's
in
been
long,
put
yeah.
put outside of the confrontation range.
John Grisham, yes, was knocked
And
back to long
So
range.
in long range are Vodka, Gorilka, and Adriel. Ponzi is in medium. I'm the only one face to face with the giant. Don't misrepresent the situation, please.
No, the giants moved. The giants moved forward, so now Ponzi is in close range.
Oh.
And the giants are just on top of you.
Oh shit!
Personal
We call that
range.
personal
You're in
range.
personal range of the giant.
Oh dear.
Close enough to smell your man flesh.
My woman flesh, you mean? I beg your pardon.
Whatever flesh you may or may not identify as having.
Flesh is the unpoliticized body.
Oh my god, not ecofeminism, please.
Let's all start flashing our degrees around the place, shall we?
And with this, now that it is in... It bellows again, but this time from its mouth falls a cascade of icy breath that moves across. You can see ice glittering in the breath, and it barrels across Valentina and Ponzi. Now,
Of course, me. What did
because
I
you're
do?
near to it.
You're also in personal range.
You did
I can
swear
try
at
and
it.
dodge this, but it would be.
Wait, what happens here is that it will deal... Oh, you can try and dodge first. Try your dodges first, everyone.
How does dodging mean that I would like roll behind it, like pragmatically
You'd have to roll away from it.
away? But that would just
Like,
go.
roll back into medium. Because it's this attack only happens in close range.
Would it make more sense for
doesn't
me to
spread.
roll through his legs, like because like if like someone's blowing air at me, it will travel back. So if I go back, it will still hit me.
Scientifically, yes, but not for the rules of this game. He's breathing
Well,
down.
I
onto
mean,
you.
like it's a dodge, so like you could just hide behind a leg of the giant. Like
I haven't even dodged yet.
Dark
Let's
Souls
just try to see that first. It might not happen anyway. It does! Oh,
happens.
so skinny.
Antonia, do you want to dodge that as well?
Yes.
I think that's 3 dice.
Danke.
One
And
success.
also a dodge.
You do nothing.
Cool.
You are stupid.
Where do they dodge to?
Giant.
So, Countess, where do you dodge to?
I can stay in close. I could just sidestep if I'm not allowed to roll through him.
Oh, no, you can't stay in its close range. You have to move out of its close
No,
range because that attack
isn't he in
sits
personal?
personal
I
when
was
it's
in close. He's in personal. I stay in close.
So, the attack that he has done is Frost Breath.
Yeah.
Exhales an Arctic at all enemies in close range. That's within personal and close. So you have to move out of his close range or you will be hurt.
Okay, then I suppose I am in medium now.
But they're not happy about it.
It just feels like logistically it's complicated, but she is very young and very strong, so she has run away quickly.
You basically both just sort of
Scatter.
scatter. You sort of leap backwards and roll away.
I'm gonna not. Say
I
that
think
everything is-
Ponzi does some roly polies.
That it's fitting within the character.
Yeah. It just like rolls away.
So we've had
Really-
Going like, fuck you!
we've had actions from Adriel, John, Valentina, Ponzi. It's you up next.
Alright, so I'm in medium range now,
Yes.
I have a little quick question. This is maybe a ludicrous plan. So I have a stink bomb. It's flammable. I don't know the range of this thing because I didn't write it on my character sheet, so you might have to tell me. But is it possible if the people in the house have little torches? Do they still have those?
Yes, and they are
Would-
watching with terror at everything that's going on.
Could I potentially? This might be a slightly longer term plan. You know, go grab a torch, like do a light the stink bomb, throw it in its mouth or something.
Ah. So, like, all of the thrown weapons apart from darts have close medium range. So, like, it makes sense that the stink bomb would be close medium range.
Mhm.
I think you can. I
Okay,
think you can
cool.
maneuver twice. You can maneuver to get the torch and maneuver back,
Yeah. I would like
which
to
means
do
that
that.
you wouldn't throw the stink bomb now, but it would be available for next time.
All right, Ponzi, you
Yes,
can go. You can
please.
go get a torch from someone in the house.
How do you ask for the torch
Yeah.
when you're at the window?
I think I think I might kick the door down.
Also, so John has the lesser miracle, the fires of St. Agnes. So if you throw your knife and then run back to John, he can just light your stink bomb on fire.
Oh, I don't have to steal a torch.
Yeah, like, and then you could like get a hit off, retreat.
I prefer.
and
Thank
then
you very much.
I'll use my turn and make you.
No
give you-
kicking the door
give
down,
you
then.
a Molotov cocktail.
Ponzi would like that a lot, as she's a fan of Molotov cocktails.
All right, Ponzi.
Try to drink them.
Throw that knife.
Sweet. Yeah, so I'll give my throwing knives. What about
Your weaponry, please.
Yes. Remind me what I roll for this.
What's your fitness?
My fitness is 2.
You got weaponry as a skill?
Now I have
But
not.
dexterity,
Got
that's for
dexterity.
throwing. Isn't it?
Not in
Not
this
in
game.
this
Okay,
game.
never mind then.
You go
I
back to
think
your
that's
dragon
rude.
game for that shit.
Just 2 for me. Rude, rude, rude.
Ooh, Ponzi,
Why?
you whip the knife
Whiffs
and
it.
you run back to John Gresham.
But Ice Giant got a stamp.
Oh yeah, it's that Jan's turn now.
I hate it when you change the music before an attack. That's the worst. It makes me feel like a change to the status quo is coming, and that makes me uncomfortable.
I need something that hits harder. This all hits weak. There we go. So the giant starts charging forwards. He starts charging after the thing that's just run away from him, charging at Ponzi's skin. What he does is John Gresham, how far away are you from the giant? You got knocked into its long range after he hits you, so that's... He has to spend 1 to get into medium, into close, 2, so is it... He runs after Ponzi and he just scoops her up.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
Is that it? Just a nice little hug?
And then bites your
Ponzi's
fucking head
dead. Oh no.
Ponzi immediately freezes to death.
So the giant just picks you up and just starts shaking you in his hand.
Oh, just like in Toy Story.
He shakes you in his hand, and then he just fucking throws you into a tree.
You got Darled.
Just
You
like-
got Darled so hard. Fishy! Why are you sleeping?
Cool, okay.
So, yeah, you just got cunted into a tree. Could you roll for me? Because this would deal as a severe injury, but could you roll for me your endurance?
I'm
That's
feeling it's not going to be
constitution.
much given that I made this sheet when she was 9. So the stats. Oh,
She's got 2.
just 2. Oh, fucking hell.
Ponzi's
You got fate points, remember?
Ooh!
And a success.
Oh, a success!
That is just a moderate injury now.
Ponzi's ribs ain't too broke.
I've broken them before. It's no skin off my back.
So that's dealt 2. That's 2 damage and a minor injury to Ponzi.
Ow.
No, moderate injury to Ponzi. 2
So
damage and a
at
moderate.
the bottom of your sheet where it says stations, increase your current by 2, or put it up to 2 actually, because we're playing a different scenario. And then injuries,
Okay.
add on a moderate.
Moderate.
Yeah, which is cunted into a tree.
Counted into a tree. In brackets, ouch.
So now the giant is in close range of John Gresham, long range of Ponzi, who he threw into a tree. I think he's in medium range of the Countess because he ran past her, just like sprinted past to get to her. And Adriel, you're now in medium range of the giant.
Yeah, sounds about right. Adriel seems fairly unperturbed by this. That's sort of like, oh dear, things aren't going well. Just very sort of like smoothly like reloading his carbine. Oh dear me. Oh, I should probably do something about this.
Right. So
Is it your go again, Wilcox?
Probably pertinent for John to do something being so close to the giant.
so sorry, what was my distance from Ponzi?
Now Ponzi, because it's the giant's long range, is now in your medium range.
Medium.
I have a little question about this. Now I'm up the tree. If I were to say throw a lit up stink bomb from the tree, would this not be much easier to get it into the
its
mouth?
God, do I have anything that can? I've got.
But you don't have it. You gave that to John.
No, you misunderstand.
No, she didn't get that far yet.
The giant snatched her up as she was running to John.
Oh no.
Right. So you're a bit too far away for me to do that now. But like, what if I did also wrestle the giant?
You may wrestle the giant, of course.
Yeah.
I think that
Do we
podcast
all have
ended.
Rabbit Punch? Do 3 out of 4
no, I've
of
got
these
the flurried fists of Saint Moses the Black.
Oh my god, yes, that's my favourite miracle! It's legitimately my favourite miracle.
Oh god, 86-year-old John Gresham.
Queensbury rulesing a fucking ice giant.
Yeah, like, I think.
Whistle off Mitagan.
Can I cast this and then just sort of like tackle him? I don't necessarily need to do too much damage with that. I just sort of like want to get him a bit pinned.
Yes, you may.
Nothing sexual.
So John casts flurried fists. What's it look like, John?
So I think previously he sort of like had a extra pair of golden glowing arms and completely sheened over golden eyes with a halo.
Mm-hmm.
And this 86-year-old man loses all demeanor of age as he is possessed by the immortal soul of a saint, famous for beating up a load of guys outside of a monastery. And so, run up and tackle the giant.
And runs up and tackles the giant.
Those Norwegian peasants don't know what.
John, do you have like strong weapons?
I got a geese arm, which wouldn't be too bad, but I got to brace it.
But you've already done your action, my darling.
Because he's wrestling the giant, and you can't let go of him because he'll kill you.
But I could also wrestle the giant on the other end.
How many of you?
I can wrestle the
No,
giant. too.
you have better weapons. Wait, can I roll to maneuver and then wrestle the giant? But since the wrestling happens anyway, but could I then roll my brawn to for that to be like an what is John Grisham holding?
It's knees. It's sort of you don't have wide enough arms to get both knees, but you tackled it and you grabbed a knee, and it's sort of trying to.
Oh my god!
Off.
Can I please grab the other leg and roll my brawn to put him in a split? Please. It's so stupid.
Yes, you may do that.
Okay.
This is phenomenal stuff.
Okay, so what happens is I maneuver in its close range, whatever, I have to get close anyway, and what I use is the talent called Rapid Punch, which says that I can grapple, attack, and wrestle any monster while barehanded, even if it would seem implausible, which this definitely is. Let me try and roll my brawn.
Those are exactly Siobhan's words when he wrote that
to
talent.
see if I can, pull this leg back. Oh, there is one
That's
success.
a success.
That is one success. So the rabbit punch does work. You come in for the grapple. You are pulling it into the splits, but its arms are still free.
Oh yeah, of course.
So
How many fate points does John Gresham have? Just as a question.
4.
Okay, so you can keep fucking doing more of the fires of Saint Agnes. Yeah, cool.
If I were tempted, yes, one could. But while there are small children near the giant, I thought I would have.
I have a question for the
refrain.
writers. What happens? I know that we said that there's a reaction to players when they attack. What happens to units? Because they ain't got many dice, do they?
well, it's all rolls in confrontations. So they might just get fucked.
What happens if I get them to attack? Because if they're knights, they have swords, right?
Yes.
Like,
Do you want to bring in your? Well, you can bring them in after the giant reacts because it's about to
okay,
react.
fair enough.
The giant is suffering the indignity of two people trying to put it into the splits. He just summons an icicle above John Gresham's head and fucks it down towards him. John, you have to. Can you even dodge?
I've run out of dodges, unfortunately.
Oh,
Wait, you're just gonna have.
I thought you had
You're
one
just
left.
gonna have.
Because you did 3, then 2, and
I-
now you should have 1 left.
Yeah, it's your last
literal
dodge.
1 die of a dodge.
Oh my god, please work.
I'm pretty sure. No, I'm pretty sure I failed the last dodge, which was why my armor took the hit.
Yeah, you failed the last dodge, but you have 1
And
dodge
it was
left.
1 dice.
Are you?
No, I've rolled 2 dodges and I failed 1, so I've just taken the hit now.
Oh, you've just taken the hit.
How much damage is it?
The icicle deals 2 damage, a minor injury, and it's not throwing you this time because it's just coming down to your head and just knocks you square on your ass. And it shatters.
I'll do my resisting the injury, and I
Success.
do. No injuries for me. John Gresham,
A
too old to
hardy
injure.
old man. Again, seriously, with the anime granddad thing
I
of
would
just
have
like
thought he was
being.
built like one of those Sesame Snap biscuits.
No, I'm
no.
imagining King Boomy from Avatar.
I quite like the idea that he's like one of those really thin twigs that doesn't snap but just sort of bends, and you try to bend it the other way, it just sort of keeps bending.
So, John, you've been laid on your back, you've resisted the injury, but you have taken 2 more damage. And the giant's leg that you are holding, its left leg, is now free. But Valentina, you're still wrestling that right leg. Now your knights can act, Valentina.
Actively pulling it. Oh, can I just get the knights to try and attack this now freed limb, like above John Grisham's head, just like a coordinated slash. What do I have to roll for them, please? Do I roll command? What do you roll for units? I've entirely forgotten.
I think command.
Yeah.
Well, that's semi-good news. I've forgotten the R. Sorry, everyone. Let me see. One success.
Ooh.
A success. Fuck me.
This challenge rule is proving to be a frequent.
Oh,
and
Siobhan,
tense.
does this giant take any damage when we wrestle it, or by virtue of these talents, it does not? It's just inconvenient because we affect
It's
its
just
mobility.
inconvenient for
Okay,
it.
cool.
So Vodka and Gorilka just come fucking charging in. And they just start swinging at the leg that's just kicking above John Grisham.
They do. Their strength is 3, attack is 3. How much damage is that?
Their stations are 3.
Sorry.
Their attack is 3. They do 3. They do 3 damage
Wow.
to the giant's leg.
Strong bitches.
They're just hacking it at its calf, and it's screaming. It hates it. It takes its free leg. It just swings its free leg at Vodka and Gorilka, knocking the bitches in the chest and knocking them over. But thankfully, their defense is 2. This is just 2 attacks. They've not taken any damage. They've just been winded. But the defense is now 0.
I think it's my turn.
Yes.
But I have a question, Ray. Loading.
Mm-hmm.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I seem to believe that I can reload partially as a free action. Is that correct? So if I attack, I can then
Instead
start.
of a
and I didn't do
maneuver.
anything else on my turn, but attack.
Yeah, instead of maneuvering.
Instead of a maneuver.
So if
Yeah.
you stay still,
Okay.
you can start to reload.
Okay, so can feasibly I reload if I don't move? I can reload on fire in this turn.
Yes.
Then I do so, and I'm going to just roll the same thing again. I don't now have. I believe because I used precise striking. Yeah, I don't get to do that again.
Mm-hmm.
But this time I'm going to do blunt force trauma, and
Does that apply to
I'm going
shooting
to.
weapons? By virtue of his name. Genuine question.
It doesn't say that it doesn't.
Does apply.
Yeah. So once per confrontation, when you make a successful attack, you may halve the target's attack on their next turn.
Oh, nice.
So I'm going to try to aim for its eye. And
That's the last-
I'm going
that's the
to
last
go.
roll. The last die, sorry.
Yeah. The anatomy roll. 5d6. Can I toss a fate point in here beforehand to guarantee
Yes, you
one
can.
success?
Yes.
Doesn't sound
Do I still roll
Yeah,
5
yeah.
die all the same? And that was lucky I did, because I...
Thank God.
That means
Thank God for
it
that.
meets challenge, so no reaction, but no eye.
No eye.
Well, regardless, his attack is
And now-
halved.
How much damage do you do, Adriel?
Yes, the attack is halved
that's the
because
blunt
that's the
force
talent.
That's the talent.
Yeah.
How much damage do you do?
I do 5 damage.
Fuck!
Ooh.
Yeah.
We still
Fuck
have
you.
Ponzi.
Pig.
Ponzi, do you want to do something from the trees, babe?
Yeah, I'm in a tree. Yeah, why not? Okay, I don't have access to any fire right now, which is a shame because I can't use a bloody stink bomb.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
You don't sound sorry enough. I would like to. Wait, what range am I in if I'm in the tree?
You're in long range.
Long range? I can't do anything!
Oh, Antonia, I've found all of your talents. You just took pictures of them and put them at the bottom of your sheet, which is very ingenious.
I actually?
Yeah.
Did I? No.
And didn't scroll down to see them?
Neither of us did.
You're idiots.
Yeah, we are.
I mean, neither of them are useful. I'm good at blagging it. That's...
Poisoner might have been useful to know, but
Poisoner would have been
for
very
fuck's
helpful to know.
it's too late now.
Oh, is it too late now?
It's too late now.
Oh no. Okay, but what about look?
We'll use
It
that for next
says I know
conversation.
how to get myself out of scrape situations with a smile and a laugh. So if I just smile, I
You
just
speak
smile.
Old Norse.
Smile yourself down from the tree.
If I just go like,
Just like get out of the tree, get into mid range, and throw a knife at it. See what happens.
yeah. So that's what I'm gonna have to do.
Ponzi, get out the tree. You're being silly now.
Yeah, if we're just gonna get out of the tree, right? I get out of the tree. I think, and while I'm on the way down, I'm like, thanks for nothing!
And that's
To, what's he called, John Gresham. No fire from you.
one extra damage
Rude.
from the bleed, so we're not at, that's the total.
Oh
No,
yeah,
the-
of course.
Now
Definitely
Yes.
the what's his face is gonna act again.
But-
Dang bitch.
I think he's.
Can
I
I
think
not?
he's
Can I not
sub-tender.
throw something if I move? Can I move then throw, or is that
If
not?
you get
is
down
that next
from the
move?
tree, that's one maneuver, and if you stay in long range and you can't throw anything, no, you could just move closer.
Oh, right.
What? Could you try and do some sort of like acrobatic shit to like jump out of the tree into mid range?
If you roll acrobatics, yeah.
Yeah. Jump out of a tree.
Roll it.
Because you've been tempted into
Go on.
one.
I've not got any acrobatics.
You got dexterity. That's
Roll your
all right.
dexterity
Right.
Does that count?
Roll your dexterity
Yeah,
bonus.
Does that
Yeah.
count?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Go on, Ponzi.
Sweet.
Do another
yeah,
cartwheel.
I'll try and like rolly out of the tree. Sure.
This, of course,
Um,
will also open us up to more reactions, but that's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm pretty sure, like, if you,
That's
if
fine.
you just land
I
a
remember
knife
the last time I played as Ponzi, the last thing I remember doing is trying to jump out of the window onto a roof and then just like it not working and just jumping out of the window and falling to the ground.
Yeah, I
Like
remember
rolling off the roof straight down. So I'm expecting a repeat of those events, so I try and get out of the tree.
It happens! You fall out of the tree!
I jinxed it.
This is how Ponzi scheme gets everywhere, by being flung and by falling.
Try and jump out and just fall right to the ground. So, you know,
Briefly forgetting
you know
that gravity exists.
You know that video of that, like, I think he's only like 2 or 3 8-year-old kid on one of those fireman poles at a playground, and then he just like tries to get on it, but then just like goes horizontal and just
Horizontal.
face plants straight into the gravel.
So Ponzi falls out of the tree and eats dirt.
Taking 1 damage.
I will let you.
And a minor injury.
I will let you know that the giant is. Did you deliver bleed with your shot?
Yeah, that's
Adriel?
the last
I did,
one.
yeah.
That's
did.
the last one. That's why I put it there.
No, that's...
Yeah,
'cause it's 2 turns.
it's done now.
Yeah.
Oh, is your weapon
giant
bleed?
is-
Does your weapon bleed again? Does the ply bleed? Okay.
No.
That was precise striking. He is on 14 strength, everyone. He's coming down.
Oh my god.
Wait, what the
No,
fuck?
it should be
we've
on less
done,
than
like,
that
7
because it
damage.
was 18 when we did 22
Yeah.
damage. What are you talking about?
18 when he did
What are you
22
talking
damage.
about?
That's what you told us. Did you lie to us?
-4, 22, minus.
It's at minus 31 now.
Yeah, Felix's count has 31, minus 31 currently, and I have the book open, and I know their strength. So have you made them extra strong, Siobhan?
We'll have words.
Let's see. -4, -3. Oh no, this giant is pretty much on death's door. Let me.
There we go.
It's on strength 1.
Fucking
There we
hell.
Oh,
Is it
great.
the giant's turn
Yes.
now?
It is.
Yes.
Rude. With half of its attack. But
It puts
also,
me back
it's
in
just
the
got half of
tree.
its attack as the reaction because that was a failed roll.
Currently, it's in a Warrior 1 pose for yoga because of me.
So what the giant did as a reaction to Ponzi was it hustled
Great radio.
hustled the leg that had Valentina on. Valentina, could you roll me your brawn to try and keep hold of that leg?
I can try, of course. Yeah,
Oh, that's a
I am
tight
absolutely
cling.
You
holding,
keep hold of that
holding
leg.
onto that fucking leg.
And Countess off. That fails. And then for its... Oh, and this round it's still acting with only half of its attack. Because
Does it throw the ice lance into
what
its
just
own
happened
dick?
to it? It decides then, since that isn't working, it's just gonna try and aim an icicle at Valentina on its leg
Oh my god.
to see if that gets her off. So it rears up with both hands, summons an icicle, and flings it down towards you. What you gonna do?
I don't want to dodge, but can I put myself over the leg so it shoots itself in the
Ayo,
foot?
what's up, bitches?
Give me a dexterity roll.
I'm an ice giant.
not a
Want to
dodge.
do
Not a
something
dodge, I
with
just
it?
take damage.
Actually, an athletics roll.
Okay, it makes no difference in terms of what I'm rolling. Probably not gonna work, but I can try.
Oh!
Oh!
2 successes! Is this giant gonna just kill itself?
That's so
Adriel sustained
Okay, so I take-
0
It
damage.
throws the icicle at you. Valentina, you swing your body around from where it should be. It hits itself in its own chin with the icicle.
Look, what an idiot!
Because its vein explodes, showering blue blood around. And then it looks faint,
A child of 9.
wobbles a little, and falls to the side,
Oh, I'm muted.
dead.
Oh my god.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
I've never seen a monster kill itself in this game.
Pussy.
Oh.
God, that was so stupid.
You're gonna try and carry this over into the...
Ordinary.
That's brilliant. That felt a lot more dangerous. That was good fun.
Yeah, that felt so much more dangerous.
I like to think that Ponzi makes a thing of laughing a bit too much at it stabbing itself to try and distract from the fact that she failed to jump out.
And
of
is
the tree.
severely injured.
Ayo.
Yeah, and basically did the same thing. Herself was like, ow, ow,
I like that.
Oh, Fionn, you muted.
Oh, why does Valentina keep getting soaked in, like, viscera?
I'm happy
It's
with
just
two.
so gross.
Oh yeah, Valentina, you are absolutely covered in blue giant blood. You
Rendering my dress purple. Disgusting.
Well, that was the battle at Girangan
Give me
Fjord.
prestige.
We don't do this for free, Siobhan. We take in-game currency.
Right. So, because the giant is so very powerful, you do all receive 3 prestige for that.
Nice.
Nice. I'll take it. I'm in dire need of that.
Shall we take a little break?
Yes.
And then come back for a second fight?
Come
And
back
Maybe not get through. We'll see if we get 3 fights in, but if not, we happy with 2, Siobhan?
I'm happy with 2. We'll come back at 5:45.
Cool. Should I do a harder fight with the other rule set?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll
Alright.
tinker with Yasmin in the meantime.
Cool. I'll say this off mic. But thank you everybody for joining us for a little Witches Workshop. We'll be back next week with some more stuff. Find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Demonology RPG. That's DAE Monology RPG. And also email us at Gmail. That's demonologyrpg at gmail.com. Email us pictures of giants.
In sexy underwear.
Please don't do
No!
No. If you're going to do that, please do give us 5-star ratings on any one of your podcast platforms to listen to us on as recompense for sending us giants in bikinis.
Also, if you give us 5-star ratings in this week, we'll assume that it's exclusively because of Antonia.
Yeah, it's entirely me.
Yeah. Thanks. Thanks to Tasha Sofla and Oscar Russell, Tasha for the music and Oscar for the graphic design. Check out Watchtower Design for more of Oscar's fabulous stuff, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye!
Goodbye.
Okay. Fuck.
You know what? Fuck it. Throw thermal prestige in her. Make her rank 3. We ain't got time.
Right,
Okay, but I just then have to give.
You don't want
How
to be lower
about-
rank than a 9-year-old. That's embarrassing.
It is a
Can we
bit
do
embarrassing.
2 and then take a small break for me to tinker with her and for us to like go pee and stuff?
Yeah,
And
we're
then I'll
gonna take a break.
swap to her, and I'll do Valentina and Yasmin for the purpose of this because they're both like 3 and 4.
I'm torn between bringing Adriel or Amelia now.
But I'm not supposed to bring Jude, am I?
He's got too much. He's got
Okay.
too much stank on him.
You still have promised me a Halloween special that's going to be hard as shit, where I can bring back Jude.
Season 2 was meant to be a Halloween special, but time got away from me.
I'm probably going to level up John Gresham.
Oh,
The
The
John.
character called John Grisham.
Yeah. Sorry, Gresham.
For
Jonathan
Antonia's
Gresham.
for Antonia's purposes, the characters that we are talking about, Jude is the first one that I have made, and he is an ex-Catholic trans man who's done his own top surgery. He's very quiet and efficient, and because of the way I play, and because I was so afraid of role playing, I got so annoyed that he couldn't fight when he's theoretically an assassin that I made him into a killing machine. And in the past season that we've recorded, you can, towards the end of the recordings, you can hear me single-handedly killing a demon penis snake by accident. It wasn't
Lovely.
purposeful. I just went all in. Yasmin is half fairy, so she's theoretically 75, but she looks 20 because her mum locked her in a dreamland, and then her mum got killed, and now all she wants to do is kill.
That's
And-
hot.
And then I have Countess Valentina, who has been in this past season with Alex's Accrington, and their duo name has accidentally become Cunt and Conniving. So her own power is that she is rich. That's it. And strong. She's rich and strong. Think, have you watched Castlevania? You must have.
I have not.
What? You correct that absolutely immediately. You must. You would love
Antonia
it.
takes roughly a year to watch like 2 episodes of any given series.
I can watch it with you if you want to.
Also,
I'm free in
if
the
you
evenings.
recommend something to Antonia, she will take like an extra year to watch it out of pure stubbornness.
I will
Yeah,
pester
yeah.
Antonia
No,
to watch it with me.
If you recommend it gently, if you bombard me with recommendations, week by week by week, I'm looking at you, Alex, then I won't watch it.
It's
Well,
very
I've
good
taken
and
the
very
one
funny.
recommendation here. Maybe I will, just to spite you for saying that, Alex. I'm going to watch it all in one day now.
This was my plan.
There is one character on it who is a vampire lady who hates men. Her name is Carmilla, and that is the base model. Think Lady Gaga as the Countess in the American Horror Story
Lovely.
Hotel,
I
but
see.
bigger, much bigger.
Oh, Fionn, join us in the old music channel.
Oh,
I'm not in there
I'm never on the music channel.
There is not much to Ponzi scheme, other than that she's a 9-year-old. That's about it.
Oh,
no,
this is
I'm
going to
doing
be.
her a disservice. She's good at scamming, and thieving, and has a way with the rats.
Away with the rats.
She's got a skill in animal handling.
I feel like Jude would recruit Ponzi scheme.
Too late.
It's too late.
Accrington's already taken
Accrington's
her.
done it.
I will kill Accrington.
Oh,
I'm fine with that.
Ponzi scheme is an asset, so
Shall we do the clap?
Yeah. Antonia, can you go
My
to a
time's
website
exact.
called time.is? Time.is.
stupid name for a website.
Not if you're looking to know what the time is.
I see.
You want to know what the time is?
Well, I
It's
can
great.
see it now.
So what we're going to do is we're going to clap when it reaches a specific second, and for this time we're going to go for 45. So 16, 13, 45.
Oh.
And we're all going to clap at the same time, and that will sync up our recordings with something that I can very easily find.